Hey, Oddie, can you hear me?
Today, sir. How are
Can you
you
hear me?
today? Yeah,
I'm
you're a
fine.
little quiet.
I was just going to ask you about that, whether I needed, because I know we were talking about that, weren't we? I need to
Yeah.
adjust the volume a bit, I think. I
Unless
don't
I've
know
got
how
my
much.
thing turned down.
Let's try 70, see what that's like. Is that okay? Is that any better?
You're still quiet, but I only just turned my
Okay.
stuff on, so it could be me. I haven't really checked. Give me a sec.
No, it's probably me because I turned it down originally. Okay, let's try 80.
No. It was me. I was on 70 volume rather than 90.
Oh, 90. Is that what you usually put it on?
Yeah, a little bit down from max, just in case.
Okay. How's that now? Any better?
Oh, you're perfect. How am I?
Oh, good. You're fine. Yep, perfect to me.
Cool. When I play back on YouTube, I was overpowering the conversation big time, except the bit when I wanted to clip it with text. He overpowered
Oh
me type
yeah.
thing, and then I started arguing back. So I've labelled all my little clips, the text blitz out, but I'm blitzing back just as much. So yeah, I hope it's well. I know text won't take it on the light side, but I mean it on the light side to everybody else, obviously.
Yeah, that's right. Nobody takes it seriously or anything. It's
Well,
crazy. It's a silly way to act. You know, we're supposed to be adults, for God's sake.
yeah, it's not meant to. I don't do any serious insult at him ever, hey?
I know, but you don't need to though.
Yeah.
I told
Cool.
told him not to be so weak the other day, and he blocked me.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah. They don't go along with his conversation and agree with him and get blocked sometimes. So
I know. The
yeah,
funniest one ever was I said to him, "Hey Tex," and he blocked me.
yeah. Well,
He blocked me
yeah.
for saying "Hey."
I went texty sexy once, and he blocked me for that. And he knew I had a missus and all, so it wasn't like gay or anything like
Mm,
that. I mean, not that I take it that way or meant it that way, but I can see him
no,
taking it that way. You know?
yeah,
But he knew, yeah, had no reason to. So yeah,
strange,
all
isn't it?
good.
Mm. So, what do you think about this 31 Atlas? Have you got any thoughts about that, or not really?
I think it's just like the other intersolar object. It's just going fast because it's had more things to slingshot off of, isn't it?
Yeah, it's doing about 130,000 miles an hour, I think.
Yeah, wow. Wow, that I can't remember the name of it. That cigar-shaped one a couple of years
Yeah,
back. That was only doing
Amura,
about. I'll go
Amura
for it.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool. Yeah,
yeah,
that was only doing about 70 or something off memory, wasn't it?
yeah,
I could be,
yeah,
I could be wrong.
yeah.
Nice.
This is doing 130,000 miles an hour, and it's potentially up to something like 7 miles in diameter.
Oh yeah, one size is no
Like
difference.
that's
Once
that's
you've
on.
got the velocity, it doesn't matter. You're
Yeah,
going to keep traveling that speed. So size is irrelevant.
it
Um,
is. But I mean, just imagine if that was to hit something like.
yeah, but a
Ma-
paint speck traveling at near light speed would do a lot of damage too. Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
there's defences for that around the International Space Station.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that is, well, the space station's actually got a Kevlar shield on it.
yeah, cool. I think they've also got like an electromagnetic one.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Mm.
Yeah, something like to help, like it the same as the thing that the Earth does to block the cosmic rays from
Yeah,
the sun.
yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
got like a artificial version of that. I I could be wrong. I might be thinking of a different
No,
thing,
you're
but
probably
I'm pretty
right.
certain
Yeah,
it's ISS. It makes the most sense to me.
yeah. You're probably right. They put a Kevlar shield on the ISS because it has been struck before. It actually
Yeah.
cracked a window once.
Well, it doesn't take much because everything's travelling so freaking fast up there.
And I see. Well, the space station's doing 17,500 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Just you have to do that speed to stay in orbit.
Yeah.
You
Constant
can't go
free
slower
fall.
than that. Mm. Yeah, because what inertia's trying to sling you out into space, and gravity's trying to pull you down to Earth. So, if you travel at the right speed, around 17,500 miles an hour, you can balance the two forces, and then you're in orbit.
Exactly.
You'll orbit the Earth. Yeah.
I've no idea if your miles calculations are correct because I use metric and all.
Oh,
I've no
okay.
idea what miles are for that kind of stuff. And
I see. I
yeah.
see. Yeah, because you do kilometers. It's something like 62 kilometers a second.
Nice.
Yeah, so to give you an idea, it's pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
usually a bit more knowledgeable with that stuff. I haven't really kept up to scratch with it. I've got a couple of excellent podcasts that I just put photos in the background and turned them into YouTube vids and whacked them up on my channel.
Yeah.
There's a really good one on how you can get to the other side of the universe within a human lifetime if you travel at 1G acceleration.
Oh, constant. Yeah.
Constant. I mean, we can't do that because we can't carry the fuel. It's impossible, blah, blah, blah. But theoretically, if you do that, because we're used to 1G, it makes sense to do that via acceleration. Once you get up to the light speed kind of velocities, the time dilation makes it so that you, in fact, get nearly to the other side of the universe within a lifetime. The observable.
Yeah.
It's explained very, very well. But,
one thing I have a problem with, though, on that, once you're in space, there's no inertia, so you wouldn't experience 1G.
Why is there no inertia?
Because there's no gravity.
There is gravity. Gravity doesn't disappear, it just gets weaker.
Mm.
You are always in a gravity field of something, sir.
Yeah.
We are in the gravity field of the black hole in the center of the galaxy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So we are in a gravity field of that. We are in a gravity field of an insect on a planet on the far side of the galaxy. It's just very, very weak. And all the other gravity fields override. Everything with mass has a gravity field.
There is a saying about that, and I'm trying to think. I can't remember exactly what it is. But it's something like you only experience inertia when you're accelerating or decelerating. But when you're traveling at a constant rate, you don't experience it at all. Something like that, I think.
Yeah, is inertia the right word? Or momentum? Same sort of thing.
Yeah, same sort of thing. Yeah, yeah.
I think you're right, actually. Momentum makes less sense. They're both conserved. No, thinking of something different. Sorry.
Yeah, no, so that's true. If you think about it, if you get in a lift and you're traveling up to the 13th floor, for example, when the lift starts moving, you'll experience a bit of inertia. And when it starts slowing down at the top, you'll experience a bit of inertia. But in between, that bit in between the floors, you won't feel anything. You won't notice anything. You won't know that you're moving. You can only sense that you're moving when you're accelerating or decelerating.
Oh, absolutely agree. The guy who he put it into more science was on, I can't remember his name. It wasn't Aristotle. It was one of the other biggies. He was on a boat and noticed that when the boat was moving compared to when the boat was still and another boat was going past it, the sensation was the same, even though they both appeared like they were in motion.
That's right.
But one was in motion, one wasn't in motion.
Yeah.
And he did the science and all that crap for that.
Yeah.
Man, I only just got up. I normally know his name. I'm normally better at reciting shit like that.
That's a strange thing, that. It's a bit, in fact, you probably could get a craft to accelerate at constant 1G.
Oh, that's the easy bit.
That's
The hard
probably,
bit is to have the fuel to sustain it.
unless you use like a tractor beam or I forget the name of the new engine, warp
Like a
drive.
laser.
Yeah, maybe even a laser.
AccuBrare warp drive.
Yeah, warp drive. Yeah,
It's been around since the 1960s.
yeah,
That's apparently, for that to be physically possible, would take a shitload of energy that's
yeah,
beyond our ability to harness. Like,
yeah,
I've heard it described as the energy of the whole universe kind of amount, but I
yeah.
don't know the math behind it, so you know.
No, that's the same as light speed. To get a spacecraft to travel at the speed of light,
Yeah,
when it reaches 99% the speed of light, I think it is, the energy converts to mass, and there isn't enough energy in the universe to move it, basically,
yeah,
because it becomes so
yeah.
heavy. Yeah, becomes
Infinite
such a
mass.
massive object that there isn't enough energy in the universe to propel it, to move it.
Yeah, I think that's more just a mathematical issue rather than a reality issue.
Well, nobody's actually tried it, of course. Yeah. And then what would happen to the human body and the cells and everything, at that speed? We just
This
don't know.
is specifically why I was saying with my example, a 1G acceleration, because we would survive that. It doesn't take that long when you do the math to get up to the near light speed kind of velocities. And from then it doesn't really matter. You're traveling at the time dilation velocities, which is what we're really talking about in my example, to get to the other side of the universe in a lifetime.
But I wonder whether time's dilating forwards or backwards. Like, are you going
What
into
happens
the future, or
is
are you going into
the person traveling at the light speed travels
nothing.
at slower time compared to the person remaining on Earth.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so a thing at 9.9 with 6 nines decimal places. They know this from testing it with electrons or protons at the LHC, Large Hadron Collider or whatever. It's about 11-month time dilation.
Okay.
It's not quite at light speed because it's got mass, but the proton, apparently in 1 second, it's like equivalent for, how do I put it? I've got to make sure I'm getting it the right way. We are 11 months older for the photon to, well, it's not even a photon because photons travel at light. It'd have to be a proton traveling at the near light speed. Yeah. That experiences 1 second. We experience 11 months. Now, I'd be damned if I know how they tested that or did the experiment, but I know that comes from the Fermilab's info site. So I trust them, but it's just the maths done to calculate it, I think, more than anything.
It's theoretical formula, isn't it? I suppose, that's the maths behind it, but nobody's actually tried it.
Well, that's right.
And probably
that's
never
right.
will.
I don't know, is it feasible? You even suggested a way to get around the energy problem by beaming it there with a laser. If you have that thing beaming for a long time, you'll be able to pump the person there. But remember, back on Earth, that's a hell of a bit of time dilation. So for me to get to the other side of the universe, it takes me 14.8 billion years to get there because it's that big, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I don't want to go any further because if I go any further, I can't get back. In fact, I don't want to go quite that far because I need time to turn around, and I wouldn't, I'd need to go 14. So I got time to turn around and then head back. Else I'd never get back to Earth because the universe is expanding at the light speed.
That's right. So you end up at a point where the universe is almost expanding faster than you're traveling.
Yeah, well, faster than position where light would ever get back to your original point, which is Earth.
And
So
then if you
you
take
have
into
to.
account, if you take into account time dilation and the universe expanding as well, when you get up towards light speed and the rate of the expansion of the universe, God knows what would happen.
I've missed my initial point. The thing is, I was going to get to the other side of the universe in 100 years, but Earth, that's 14 billion years back on Earth. So Earth's been destroyed by the sun in 5 billion. So
That's
no
right.
Earthling would see me get to the other side, even though I'm still alive and breathing.
Yeah.
It's one of the best versions of a time dilation explanation that I sort of know of. It's still fucking hard to explain to people, though, man.
I know, but you've also got to bear in mind as well that if you accelerate at a constant 1g to the other side of the universe, how long is it going to take you to decelerate enough to turn around?
Exactly. Same
How
time
would
it
you
took
turn
to
around?
accelerate.
How would you
Exactly.
turn around? And
That's
how would
why
you...
I didn't say, just take off a few thousand years to do this event. This is going to take you a long time.
Yeah, I know. And also, how are you going to avoid all the objects that are coming at you at light speed?
Well, that's just luck.
That's another thing I had. Well, that's another thing I had a problem with when I thought about light traveling at light speed. Like, you'd collide with the objects before you saw them.
It's the problem with having mass, isn't it? It hurts when you hit things.
Yeah, yeah. It certainly would at light speed.
I forget the name of the type of particle that can exist in the same spot as another particle. Subatomic, but it's got a name. Like electrons, actually, I was about to say can't, but I think they actually can. I'm not actually sure on that now I say it. I think with a different spin, they can sit in the same orbit.
Can coexist though, can't they? I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm not 100% now. I know they can coexist on the same circuit or whatever they call it these days, the same energy level of the cloud, but they've got to have different spin.
Yeah.
Because conservation of angular momentum.
Yeah. I mean, I could imagine that there'd probably be billions of them, and only a few of them make it through, or something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe all of them make it through, but I don't think they do. I think there's a reason why they don't. I think some of them, a percentage of them, make it through. That's why you've got resistance in wire, for example, I think.
I'm not that good with that stuff.
Over distance, you start to lose electrons.
I was watching that Veritasium channel video recently, and they were talking about the electricity doesn't actually even flow through the wire. It's like a cloud around the wire. So I'm a bit confused with that stuff now.
It creates a magnetic, it's electromagnetic, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have a flow of electrons, you're going to have a magnetic field, basically, around it.
Yeah.
But you still need the wire to conduct it, though.
Seems to be so. I absolutely agree. But then you got the wireless charging and shit like that with electric toothbrushes and phones. I know that's only short distance at the moment. Yeah, it's only short distance apparently. So, but I'm sure with time, it won't be short distance. It'll be like lasered there.
Yeah.
We sort of need that because then we can start, I don't know, putting all our energy making shit on the moon where we don't die from pollution and shit.
Yeah, maybe. If you could beam energy, that would be helpful, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But how are you going to beam? Could you get a laser to beam to the other side of the universe?
It still diffuses, doesn't it?
With no objects in the way.
Yeah, and it still gets weaker over distance. We can't keep the resolution perfect.
No, it
So you've
must
got to
do,
get
mustn't it?
past that version, that problem, I mean, too, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I always think that we just weren't. There's lots of things that we were never meant to see, and we probably never will see.
Never meant to see. That implies agency. It implies given purpose by something else. I'm not on that wavelength at all, hey.
Well, things like quantum particles and stuff. You can't, if you observe them, they change their state. How do they know that you're watching them?
They don't know that you're watching them.
Mm.
It's I can
the
explain that to you better. I need to re-go over my notes though first because I'll fuck shit up. But
just
you
the fact that
basically
you observe it, though.
go on.
Just the fact
Yeah,
that
you need to have a different sort of way of looking at the whole thing from the beginning, and I need to have a better way of introducing that way of, or that concept to you, and I've forgotten how to do that.
Yeah. But that's one example I can think of things that we aren't supposed to see. If we try, even if we get down to that level, if we get equipment powerful enough to look at things at that level, nature prevents us from seeing them. It hides them.
You're talking about the same thing as Heisenberg uncertainty principle.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. It's
a very strange concept, but you know, the neutrinos that are streaming, that don't interact with matter, they go straight through everything. There's billions of them streaming through us and through everything all the time, but we don't see them.
That's easy to understand, right?
Yeah.
You understand the size of an atom and how big a proton is compared to the electron cloud.
Yeah.
You're talking sizes similar to solar systems here. So there's massive gap in the atom.
Yeah.
The majority of matter is fucking emptiness. Well, not emptiness, you know what I mean. There's quantum fields and all that stuff. Yes.
Empty space. It's only the nucleus, isn't it, that's taken up any space. Yeah.
So a neutrino can easily get through it. It doesn't have an electromagnetic force effect. Like it's not affected by the magnetic force, so therefore it doesn't move left or right when it goes past an electron. It'd be pretty easy to avoid them then.
Yeah, it doesn't interact with matter at all either, which is really odd. Just passes straight through everything.
I think it's got it. Oh no, I think all right. On the rarest of occasion, 1 in a million, it'll hit a water proton or something, isn't it? That's why they try to detect it in Antarctica.
It might be, it might even be more than that. It might be 1 in a billion or something.
Yeah.
Because they
I have no idea why that happens. Oh yeah, cool.
They do that at CERN as well. They fire billions of them down the Hadron Collider, and about once in a billion or something they'll get a collision. It's a very small number, you know, that actually collide.
It's impressive that they thought of the math. They had to have come up with the math that would even work before building such an expensive device.
Have you seen it though? My God, there's a documentary on YouTube about it. I need to watch that actually, but I've seen documentaries about it before. It's something like 7 miles in diameter, I think it is.
Wow. And 26 mile circuit, isn't it? Might be kilometers, I don't know.
Something like that. It's crazy. And the electromagnets and things to power it, to get the enough magnetic force to contain everything.
How the fuck do they get from those massive magnets to the data that they see showing the explosion of a subatomic particle?
Yeah, I know.
It's fucking full on, brother.
It's clever, isn't it? Yeah, it is clever.
They blasted radioactive cobalt, and that's how they know of the evidence of the proof, or more evidence of the proof of the Big Bang.
Okay.
But that's about all I know with that. I know that the substance was an isotope of radioactive cobalt.
Okay.
But yeah, cobalt's not that impressive.
No, I was going to ask you about that. What was it that you said that you worked with? What, the rock?
Oh, limestone, bluestone. I don't actually know
okay.
what the mineral element is.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah.
If it's limestone, it'd be some carbon. Well,
Yeah.
can't be. No, you run carbon dioxide through. I forget the experiment as a kid, and it makes it go milky. And never mind.
Alkaline, maybe.
It
Alkaline.
wouldn't tell me what elements in the rock, apart from, nothing that's relevant to what we were talking about.
No, I was going to ask about that. I wondered whether it was an interesting rock, like it was cobalt or something like that.
Nah, it's just what you see on people's, more like council pathways and shit like that.
And that's another thing I was going to ask you as well. You said that you were breaking it up into smaller lumps so it could fit into a machine, but why do you need to put it in a machine? What comes out the other end? Powder, I suppose.
No, you see the bitumen on your road?
Yeah.
How it's got made of stone and sealant?
Okay.
Yeah, this is the stone.
Okay, so it's ground into a fine dust, I'd imagine then, is it?
Well, no, that particular one would be 10 millimeter sized, but we make uniform piles of it, like thousands of tons.
Oh, like the chippings you mean for the road surface?
No, I mean the actual,
itself.
I mean the bitumen itself.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or asphalt, sorry.
Yeah.
It's got the stonier version. You can see stone in it. Yeah. Well, I make stuff like that. I make all the stuff for underneath that, which is normally 20 mil with sand and dirt in it. They compact that hard. That's what you see when they're grading the roads and steamrolling it before you put the bitumen down. But we make thousands of tons of this stuff that comes out of the quarry. Yeah? We make all the sands that you see. Sands is like a waste product, though. You always have excess sand because you're making that at every stage. Like you run it over a screen, which is basically a grid of steel that vibrates, and the big stuff goes along the top, and the small stuff goes through the screen. And you keep doing that all the way down to get your different sized rocks. And I do anything from armor rock, which is about 1 meter in size. Like nicely shaped, all the way down to sand. And this can be, I even do river rocks. Like we'll screen it to get river rocks separate. That's worth $50 a ton, and we're making like a ton a minute.
Wow.
I don't own rock crushers or nothing. I don't own anything to do with it. I just run a section for another guy.
Yeah. Must be, it sounds like there's quite a lot of money in it, though. When you think about when you think about the size of some of the roads in Australia, then you can imagine how many tons of it you'd actually need.
Yeah, but all your railways, all your roads are freaking twice as wide as our roads.
Yeah.
And now they should put solar panels on the roads or some solar technique of some kind on the roads. What better large surface area is there that won't annoy people?
Yeah. That would be good, wouldn't it, if the roads could be used to generate solar electricity or something?
Well, fucking oath. Use every and anything.
Yeah.
And Trump with his anti-wind farm bullshit. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Sorry for the coughing.
That's all right.
You can place them in positions where it affects the least amount of things. Granted, you're taking energy from an energy system, so it's going to have an effect somewhere along the line. But out of all of the things we do to get energy for the human race, it's got to be one of the least damaging there is. Like, this wind's going to be going past that point regardless. We may as
Yeah.
well stick a windmill there in a desert, you know? Yeah.
But you know what?
Trump
What's
was...
happened here,
Oh,
though?
sorry.
What's happened here? We've built all these wind farms. We've got them out of the sea,
Yep.
and they're all running, and electricity hasn't gone down. In fact, it's gone up.
Yeah, we were saying the same thing about the solar over here.
So yeah, I think we had this conversation before, didn't we? But
Similar.
you'd think,
Solar
you'd
panels
think,
and shit.
well, once you've initially put the equipment in, then the actual electricity becomes free, doesn't it?
Well, at least cheaper. We
Well,
pump
yeah.
out enough solar in South Australia to power the state.
Yeah.
Industry as well as commercial
Yeah.
and fucking residential.
Yeah.
We absolutely cover our energy needs, but my power bill has gone up. Yes, they are definitely annoying. I mean, aren't they? Government.
And you're supposed to be able to sell it back to them.
Yeah.
If they're buying it back and giving you money to buy it back, then that should reduce your bill even further. If you even have
They charge me more. I mean, they pay me less and charge me their normal fee, but pay fuck all. And like I was saying last time, my system's a little bit outdated, so it's a bit small compared to what the average one is these days.
Yeah, but even so, I mean, you should see some more benefit in that, you'd think.
Absolutely. If I had a battery, I'd at least be able to power my house in the evenings when I'm mainly at home.
That would help, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But the batteries, I know somebody who's got one. They do a pack now. Excuse me. They do a pack now which contains the inverter and the battery. It comes all in one pack.
Yep.
And they're about £1,000.
Gosh, yours are cheap. Ours are about 4,000 to 5,000 for the battery, and it's about 4,000 to 5,000 for the 21 to 24 panel system, which you want with a battery. But that would run my house, and then I'd probably be buying things like electric scooters for the kids and shit like that, because it's free transport, basically. Free powered transport. Well, the solar panels would be powering them.
Yeah, if you
exactly, from the sun.
Yourself. Yeah. Yeah. But that's what they don't
Then
do.
I'd be... Exactly. Then I'd be thinking of an EV car and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And I'd be thinking of putting solar panels on my shed. I'd really pump it up. Bugger that.
They don't want you to be independent like that, though, where they can't charge you for it.
Of course.
So this is the problem. Like, if you go all the way back to Tesla, for example, he was working on free energy, which radiates through the air, doesn't travel through wires, so there's no way to meter it or to charge for it. It was going to be free to everybody.
Yeah,
that was the original concept. That goes back as far as the Egyptians, I believe, actually. But yeah, free energy was the idea. But obviously, people don't want you to get it for free. They want to be able to charge you for it. They want to put cables to your house and run their electricity along the cables, and you have to buy it. They don't want you to get it for free.
It's an evil power play because they think that the resources are going to run out. But in my mind, with the continuing positive research and development, we wouldn't run out of energy. Like, we're close to fusion.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
And once there's no energy, what do you mean? Like, fight for energy anymore? It will change the whole dynamic. Well, that's another reason they don't want us to have it, because they don't want to change the dynamic. But they don't need power over people that aren't in their vision range type shit. Like, who gives a fuck if these cunts wanting all this power own so much shit? But like, even Putin, it's not like he's fucking actually paying much attention to the cunts at the other side of the country.
Yeah.
You know, you can only pay attention to a small section of your universe at a time.
Mm. I saw somewhere that they were talking about in the future. They reckon that they would have like a home version of a fusion reactor, which was about the size of a dishwasher and could power the whole house.
Yeah, you were saying that last time. I remember thinking
Yeah.
about the DeLorean straight away.
Yeah.
The
I don't believe-
DeLorean was supposed to be a fridge in the original version of Back to the Future.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, a fridge-sized shape sort of thing. But yeah, they changed it.
Ah, I didn't know that. Yeah, it's interesting.
See ya, club. Sorry. See ya,
Oh,
club.
He's going, is he? I'm not watching the chat. Sorry.
I don't know.
I'm
He
in
said
the other-
laters before, but he said laters now. So
Yeah. I wasn't watching
you're
the
all good.
chat. Sorry, club. I was in the other room.
Maxim and him have been having a chat, but I don't really know Maxim that well, so
He's
he's
a
all
nice
good.
guy. Yeah, I like Maxim. He's all right. Russian guy.
Oh yeah, he should slow down a bit.
He couldn't speak any. When he first started coming to chat, he couldn't speak a word of English,
Oh, cool.
and he's learnt really well. He's actually pretty good at it now. No, so some of the people on the chat they complain about people talking in foreign language, and my argument to that is, well, you try talking in their language then,
Yeah,
and see how hard it is to learn another language.
absolutely.
And I also said to them, you know, these people have actually learnt to speak English, and that a lot of them are quite good at it now. So just leave them alone, you know. Like,
If
you've
they're
got
not
no
going to put
reason.
the effort in, I'm not going to give them grief at all about it. Gee, for exactly the same reason. I haven't put in the effort. And yeah, sorry for getting Russian wrong, brother. I see it says Ukraine guy there.
Yeah.
Ukrainian, not Russian.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I thought it was Russian, but yeah. Anyway, so you have to learn the language. You know, how can you criticize somebody for speaking another language if they don't know your language, but you're not prepared to learn their language? They've got to learn your language.
Yeah.
That's not right, really.
I still haven't bothered to get off my ass and learn how to use the Google Translate in the chat scenario yet.
Yeah, I don't use Google Translate. I've got other things. They're all AI. One for reading. I've got one which reads the chat and translates anything that's not English. So I can read any language in chat. It translates it for me.
I'd say that's a side thing that you're running the whole time that chat's on.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I've got another
Oh,
one.
for your other stuff as well. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just
Yeah,
running
like for work.
Yeah, I use it at work. I've got an AI spell checker, the same AI spell checker that runs. I use that at work for checking all my work. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And then I've got another one which I can use for speaking in the language, which is also AI powered. It's much more accurate than Google Translate, about 3 times better.
Oh yeah, cool.
So I can speak pretty much any language as well.
That's pretty cool, man.
It's pretty powerful, yeah.
I have no use for that whatsoever in my general life. But the moment I do, I'll be asking you, how the fuck do you do that again?
Yeah.
Because it sounds like one of them Babel fishes from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah. That was a good album, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe there's still people out there that don't know or haven't seen it.
Haven't heard it or seen it, yeah. Roger Waters, wasn't it? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Douglas Adams. I've read the novel more than the movies. Then you got the guy who played Bilbo from Lord of the Rings, who did the latest movie version. I didn't really see the old BBC TV series versions of them much.
No.
Although I do own them. I downloaded them and I've got them somewhere, but Yeah.
There is
I
a
actually
Roger.
listened to them.
There is a
Oh,
Roger
sorry, you're right.
Waters. That's all right. There is a Roger Waters album called Hitchhiker's
The
Guide to
name
the
rings a
Galaxy.
bell.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't picture who it is, though. I'll have
Or
to
maybe
Google
it's
it in a
not
bit.
Roger Waters, but I thought it is.
The name definitely rings a bell.
Yeah. Yeah, there is definitely an album. But yeah, interesting. So yeah, I mean, potentially we could have fusion reactors at home, and that just powers everything. Your whole life just powers everything. But who's going to allow you to have that when nobody can charge you for it? They can only charge you for the appliance itself.
I'm going to find something better to charge you for then. That's all. Or there's got to be a constructive benefit from everybody having their own opinion.
Yeah, well,
which
I think
is exponential expansion of humanity, which means we need to be beyond thinking that we have to fight for resources and just start expanding to different planets and shit where we can just have our own expressions and opinions without being dominated by dictators.
The fertility rates have dropped. The fertility rates have dropped so much now, though, that's unlikely to happen. Like they're declining birth rates in every country of the world, pretty much.
We're still exponentially growing. It only takes one branch of a human civilization to exponentially keep growing.
Yeah.
We're not going to die out because of that. And more to the point, apparently that is due to microplastics.
Probably. Yeah.
I have no concise data on that, but marine life, fish were spawning more females than males, and they were putting it down to microplastics. But this is a few years back, so
yeah, it could well be that. But where does that, ultimately, where does that lead? If the population keeps declining, we go extinct, basically.
All right, we're exponentially growing really fast. Just because it's slowed down a little bit doesn't mean we're not exponentially growing fast still.
Okay.
If it gets to a point where freaking sperm isn't made anymore, we can biologically get around that.
Well, they've already
females
done that.
can reproduce. Exactly.
They've produced a fetus or a human embryo in a laboratory with no male and no female.
Yep. Oh, I didn't know no female. I knew of the no male.
Oh, yeah.
I know that females can reproduce with females and keep the humans going. I didn't know without at all.
Yeah.
That is strange because then they've built it. I'm skeptical because that means they've basically built a human gamete cell, and I don't think they can build a virus properly yet.
No, but they've actually built in the laboratory human DNA from scratch with no input, no DNA to start with.
Yeah, but that's a long way off from having a whole sperm.
Yeah.
So they're still using someone else's sperm or egg and implanting the DNA?
No, they reckon that they can create an embryo with no parents, no mother.
I know what you're saying, but for that to happen, means they must have been able to build a whole cell. And as of yet, I'm 99% positive that's impossible. They're not up to building. Like, I think they're only just at the point of making 1,000 protein viruses or getting close to 1,000. Like a virus is a long way off from a complete cell. A DNA replication is a long way off from a complete nucleus, let alone a complete cell.
Yeah.
And they're not quite cells, they're like half cells. That's why the egg and the sperm link and join, gametes or whatever they are.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going from old biology knowledge here, man. That's all. I'm just going back to first principles.
Yeah.
Like
Strange.
DNA replication, yeah, cool. I absolutely think they're doing that. But they're still
imagine.
implanting that into something else. Maybe it's not into a human cell or sperm or
Yeah.
egg. Maybe it's a mouse sperm or egg with human DNA in it. That would grow a human.
Yeah. No, they reckon that they can produce a human in the lab with no parents, which is scary.
Yeah. But they still would need a base cell to implant the thing. And I'm just saying they could use an animal rather than a human. Well,
To
humans are
grow it,
animals, but you know
to
what I
grow
mean.
the, yeah, to grow the
The
embryo or
DNA.
something. But they could
Yeah.
probably do that in the lab as well. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
then
they
they're
could do
constructing a whole cell, and I don't believe they can do that. That's
Yeah.
my whole point.
But
I
when
don't know, man. I'm not conclusively here saying anything. I hope
no,
yeah. That's why we seem to be able to have conversations rather than arguments.
that's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm not like that. I'm not. I don't get into arguments about things like that. It's a discussion, you know.
Yeah.
But what?
Oops. My alarm's going off. Wake up.
I hate that alarm sound.
Oh, yeah.
That's the same as mine.
If I wake
So,
up then, where my alarm was, I would have slept in for 5 hours compared to my normal weekday time that I wake up for work.
mhm.
It's
Imagine
9
where that.
a.m. now.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's probably about 9 a.m. I worked it out roughly. Imagine where that might lead, though. Let's just say, for example, that they could produce humans with no parents. They were completely fabricated from the very start. They wouldn't be related to each other. Two humans wouldn't be related to each other in any way, so incest wouldn't exist. Like, what would happen if they bred? And there's all kinds of things that come out of that. It gets really complicated, I think.
It only gets complicated if you add in things more like beliefs rather than evidences. Here you've got two non-disclosed sets of DNA. So if they can, and they're both human, so they're the same species, so they can mate.
Yeah. But they're not. They've got no genetic fingerprint.
No, they're made from scratch. These are zeros and ones, basically, that we've just decided to place there because you've made the DNA, right? So there's no freaking relative similarities there. But to do that, don't you have to also, I mean, I just don't understand how they run the epigenetics as well. Like, it's the reading of the DNA. And from the start, how the fuck does... Well, the mouse would read the DNA, or the carrier of the DNA would have its own method, like epigenetic method of reading the DNA. So you'd have to control that too. You're right. You couldn't just make a DNA strand for a human and expect it to replicate in something else, because how it's read is important too.
Yeah. That it brings up some interesting things, though. For example, one of the problems with space travel is if you, let's say, for example, you need 10 generations of people to live long enough to make the journey, to cover the distance, then and you put a man and a woman on the spaceship and off they go, they interbreed, so their children are related. They interbreed. And then their children, it's not going to work. Nature doesn't allow that.
You heard of Ringworld?
You know what's going to happen,
Well,
don't you? They're going to end up completely messed up. It's just not going to work.
Have you heard of Ringworld, or one of those movies where it's a land or a space station big enough that it's a ring orbiting to give them gravity, and it's large enough, therefore, to fit 1 million odd people, a lot of people?
Yeah.
Therefore, your problem is irrelevant.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's
suppose.
how I would be traveling interstellar, or
But
you
but
know.
now, but now though, if you put two people on the spacecraft, a male and a female, who were genetically engineered and they had no common DNA, or they're not related to anybody, they're completely built from scratch. Maybe you could interbreed from that without problems.
Oh, their children would still have similarities if they're children bred.
Yeah, they would, because they take on 50% DNA from the mother and the father, don't they?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't see a way around that. You have to have a few more people than two.
you would, wouldn't you?
Fuck, that
Yeah.
would be mind-numbingly boring too. Only being around one person for your entire life.
You'd have to have several, wouldn't you? You'd have to take it in turns.
Surely.
Like, you'd have to be with one woman for a month or so, and then another woman, and I don't know.
Yeah.
And
You're
that,
hired for this space program to breed. I hope you know that and have read the fine print.
that's the problem, though. Nature won't allow that. Look what happens when the populations closely interbreed. They end up with completely deformed children eventually. I mean, India's got a shockingly high percentage of malformed children with extra limbs and limbs missing and blind, deaf, you name it. Nature just doesn't allow that.
Absolutely.
So that's not going to get people across the universe.
That's why you need a quantity.
If you sent 1 million people, maybe you'd have a chance.
It doesn't have to be 1,000,000. It could be 100.
Yeah.
100 exponentially growing. Surely you could avoid each other's brothers and sisters. Frick, 100 people having kids, that's freaking 200 to 300 offspring with just, the 1 to 2 kids. I'm assuming you have 2 kids to replace each parent at least. And if your aim is so if you're traveling to wherever, you want to keep your population roughly similar. So there'd probably be a limit of no more than the 2. But once you got to wherever, then it would be go for broke. So I'm assuming there'd be roughly the same amount of people. That's a fair... Fuck, man, how many people have you routed in your life? I'm not up to triple digits.
No, I'm not. Yeah. But you'd have to be, though, in that situation, I think. You'd have to be...
Oh, sorry.
You'd have to be like the best stud ever, wouldn't you?
Well, they'd all be space astronaut style people, or at least a lot of them would. So I'm assuming there'd be a fitness test. Nah, I doubt it. They take up any and everybody these days. They took up Katy Perry.
Where do I sign up for the tryouts?
I have trouble running around the oval.
Yeah.
And I'm not even chunky. I'm freaking physically okay, sort of physique, a little bit dad bod, but shit, I should be able to run a lot more than what I can without puffing my guts out.
Yeah. I can't even attempt that now. I used to run 10 miles a day at one time when I was younger.
Yeah, wow.
And I couldn't do it now. I can't even try.
Oh, mate, if I could just do like 1 kilometre every other day, that'd be great. Just for starters, just to get the heart going again,
You probably could if you wanted to. I mean, you don't even have to start with that, do you? You could start with a run around the block, or
that's right.
And you build it up.
It's the routine that's the problem, isn't it?
I've had full open heart surgery, so I can't do anything like that, whether I want to or not.
Okay.
So I just couldn't do that now, but I have done it. I was mega fit when I was young. We were out riding our bikes all day and all night. Could run 10 miles and then do 2 hours weight training afterwards. I've done that.
Yeah, wow, awesome. I used to run down to the local shops in my teens to hang out with my mates, and that was about 1 kilometre away. And I'd usually just run that for the fun of it and run back later on. But I just don't do that anymore. And I lived on a hill, which is
easy one way and not so easy the other.
It's to the point where you can't stop kind of hill when you're running down the hill. It's like it's harder to run down the hill than to run up the hill.
To try and hold yourself back, I suppose.
Yeah.
Probably takes more energy than going up it.
Yeah. It's hurt your feet more and hurt your knees more because you had that excess speed that you had to keep slowing down. Yeah. Man, there were a couple of good roads on that hill, which I stacked it on my bike quite severely over the handlebars, sliding on your side for meters.
Yeah, I've done that. I've had
had a scooter before my car. Oh, yeah. Had a scooter before my car license and did the same thing around a corner. All the water in winter would dribble across the corner of this road. So even if you went at the right speed or slower, you'd still... Yeah, it was fucked, man. I slid on the side with my scooter on top of me for a good 20 meters on that corner once.
Yeah. Don't want to do that too much. We used to ride at, we used to do about 30 miles an hour on our bikes. I'm not exaggerating either. We used to ride at about 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's 50, 60k an hour. That's speed, general road speed limit. Yeah, I got a mate that beat me to work from my house once, and he was on bike and I was on car, and it's about a 25-minute drive. And he beat me on push bike.
But the point, the point is though, if you have an accident at that speed, which we have done, we've collided and we've both come off. It's very nasty going down on the tarmac. On the chippings, going down on that at 30 miles an hour isn't good.
Yeah. I bet. Ow.
I've done that.
All right. I sent away and got these stickers, and then I thought better about putting them on my car.
What are they?
Show them to you if I can. Hold on.
Dare I ask what they are? Let me have a look. Hold on.
It's not coming up. Fucker.
Oh, there you go. Got something now. What's that then?
Yeah. It doesn't seem to want to come up.
No, I got it. Some kind of holy thing.
That's my background picture, my green screen picture. I'm trying to show you a sticker.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
I got sent away for them. They were only a few bucks. And I sent away for them. And when I got them, it's like, I better not put that on my car or my car will be dented and smashed up and shit. That's my background screen for when I'm dribbling shit. I kind of find it funny at the moment. God telling Jesus off.
Yeah. They might not like that. You're supposed to be considerate towards cyclists, I think.
Yeah. And I like cycling, man. I've even got a video up with a drone chasing me around behind me on my push bike.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I need to do it a lot more. Yeah, cool.
I'd like to have one. I'd like to try it anyway.
Yeah. I've got the work here, so my plan was to take the bike and drones to a few different places and get some better views, but I haven't got off my ass yet.
No. That's the trouble, isn't it?
It's supposed to be sunny, but it's turned out to be a shitty cloudy day, and I checked the weather forecast. It's going to be pissing down today and tomorrow, so nothing really is happening.
Nothing's happening.
In the near future.
You don't want to fly it in the rain, I don't suppose. I don't know if they can handle that, but probably not great.
Nah, not this one. Yeah. I'm not risking
Yeah.
a cheapie like this in the wet.
No.
Plus, I've done all around here. You know,
Uh-huh.
you
Yeah,
don't really
that's
want to
right.
put up videos of your house on
No.
YouTube.
No, I wouldn't do that. Yeah. Or even your neighbourhood or anything, because they could probably match that with Google Earth images or some shit. I don't know. You know.
Yeah. I've done my neighbourhood. You're going to be a bit of a fucking insane maniac to want to get to me. Like, Jesus. I mean,
know.
I could picture Tex trying.
Well, I
But
don't think he
I
would.
can't.
But I don't
No,
think he's really like that. But you know.
no. He's all mouth. If
Well, a
anybody I
lot.
thought was actually going to, it would be Gucci.
Yeah, a lot of the time he's actually joking. Anyway, it's hard to know. I know him fairly well, and it's really hard to tell when he's joking and when he's not. It's almost indistinguishable, you know, whether he's joking or not. Like he did to us. I think it was us, wasn't it? We were on stream, and he said, "Right, that's it. I'm not coming on panel anymore. I'm not supporting you anymore, and this, that, and the other." And then a minute later, he was back. I'm only joking.
Yeah,
So
strange one.
it's really hard to tell whether he's joking or not.
I have to pop to the loo, Andy. I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay. Got a few people on the Twitch channel as well, it looks like. That's good. 3 packs of cigarettes. I think we talked about this, Maxim. I can't remember which ones you smoke. Oh, I forget the name of them now. Oh, three steps, yeah. I forget what the name of your cigarettes were, though. I knew them when you said the name. Probably can't understand what I'm saying.
Back.
Hey, Ollie.
Woohoo. The home seems to have disappeared.
What does?
Home aerobics.
I know. I don't know why. No, he does. He did turn up a while ago, and then he disappeared again. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame him. It's getting a little bit duller than it used to be.
What's that?
Chat room.
Yeah, it is. The trouble is, you end up with all the troublemakers congregating there, which is basically what happened to Vegas chat. You end up with a congregation of troublemakers, and it just ends up the whole thing is trouble, you know, all the time, like it is in Vegas chat. Just becomes ugly.
Yeah. I went to JT's chat yesterday, and I was going to jump up there and suggested, I'll come up, and they all just fucking straight away went, oh, this you that sack of shit, blah 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 blah. It's like, oh well, I won't bother then. I had no idea I was thought so lowly of by these people. But it didn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. The chat was basically them just sledging and slagging off people the whole time. There wasn't an actual real conversation for about 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah,
and it's the same at Vegas chat. It's rare for a good conversation.
Very rare, yeah. But the Blade Runner chat could end up like that because you just get this congregation of people who are just completely negative. They've got nothing positive to say ever. And if you actually look at that chat, you'd be surprised how many people are like that who only ever talk about anything negative. They never have got anything positive to say.
I give people a couple of chances, and then if it's like that, I just block them.
Yeah. And then when you end up with the majority of chat like that, then you end up with Vegas, you know?
Yeah.
That's a real bunch of messed up people, isn't it, Vegas?
Oh, yeah. I hate the people that just keep saying hi, 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 and then bye, and then fuck off. And that's all they do.
I don't do the high and buy thing.
I consider it, well, not consider it, but the people that I'm more friends with, I just leap straight into the conversation and act like there was no real gap there. You know? And most of the people that I know...
I say hello to most people just out of politeness, really. But what I mean is when
I'm not offended if my friends don't. That's more of a stranger meeting a new person on chat thing in my mind.
Yeah. I always do.
If I haven't spoken for a while, but if I spoke, you see, I know people are on different time frames and shit, but a lot of the time I've spoken to the same person only a couple of hours ago, you know, and or maybe 4 or 5 hours ago, and they might have gone to sleep and woken up, and for them it's a day change, and for me it's just smoko or morning to smoko. It's like not saying fucking hello again, guys.
Yeah, I know. I don't tend to say hello to everybody, but what I was talking about is these people who keep saying, right, I'm going, bye.
And don't go.
And then 5 minutes later, you're like, I thought you were going. You're still talking. And they're right, like, I'm going, I'm leaving, bye. I don't do all that. I don't say bye to people when they keep doing that. I ignore it. You could spend your life saying bye to them and all that, you know?
Yeah, answering every last fucking person who says hello to you all the time. Shit, man. See someone,
On Blade Runner chat, there are actually a lot of people who do that, who say they're leaving bye, and then they carry on talking, and like I just don't do that whole bye and coming back thing.
I will generally respond to any and everyone's hello type thing.
Yeah.
I'm not rude. I don't always bother to say hello.
No.
If it's a good conversation, I don't want to derail the conversation with greetings and banter. I'll keep the flow of the conversation going type thing.
Just join in the conversation. I do that sometimes as well. Yeah. And then people say, what are you chiming up for? You know, this has nothing to do with you. You can't win sometimes.
Yeah, we already had a discussion of that. That's one of the stupidest arguments I've come across.
I know.
You're not American. How come you fucking give a shit?
They don't like that. Us talking about Trump and things like that. They don't like that because straight away they're saying you don't even live in the country. You've got no right to talk about that. Actually, we have. It's a point of discussion, isn't it? I mean, the US dollar is a global currency. It affects everybody. So yeah, we have got a right to talk about it. I think.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think what you'll find is if you analyse it, that really pretty much everything you say is going to be wrong with somebody. I always say that, you know, when you're talking in text form, practically everything you say can be misconstrued or misinterpreted by somebody and taken as a negative.
It does not have to be in text. It can be in any form, and that's the thing I'm sort of experimenting / playing with these streams and talking to people all around the world, getting to understand more and more that what I say is generally never taken the way I intend it by the different cultures or different nationalities that I speak to. There are a lot of people that are similar, and it spins me out when, say, this is just a crappy example, but you talk to a lot of the Americans and they've all got this more generally right sort of mindset, at least in the chats that we talk to. But then you come across the one or two that are sane and fucking think similar to yourself. And it's like, wow, how the hell did you flourish in a country like that? Like, I mean, I'm really impressed. So I start talking to them more and more. And
some people are completely unaffected by it, it seems.
Like people like Amazing Jason,
JJ's a
Trobes,
lovely
he's
guy.
not unaffected by it, but he's
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
other side of it, and he definitely lives in a country, state where he shouldn't be that way of thinking. So yeah, it blows me away.
Yeah.
It's. I
know what you mean.
Yeah, it's intriguing to me. I like talking to them because they're basically the reporters in the threshold of the bullshit, so they can tell you the truth, for want of a better word.
They're all so biased, though. You can't get a sensible answer out of them sometimes.
It's definitely, land shit spoon fed by propaganda, aren't they?
Definitely, yeah. And split down.
And I'm not saying I'm not getting some of it too, man, but we on the outside seem to be getting less propaganda than them about their country.
I fell out with people very early on, for Andy 504 being one of them, because I dislike Trump, and I've said all the reasons why I dislike him, and Andy 504 just couldn't bear that.
Yeah, he doesn't like me much for the same reasons. He used to go to Trobe Stream a lot and was good because he'd talk constructively about his view.
Yeah, he did used to. Yeah, I've been on
and he doesn't want to come back now. So I think he's given up on trying to. But I know that he shouted a lot, but that was more just a him and Rash thing. But when he was actually talking his point of view, he's not stupid. He's a bit of an absolute fucking anarchist Trump supporter. Like, he doesn't give a shit about the destruction of his country by Trump at all.
He doesn't see that, I don't think. He doesn't see it like that.
I think he's living off stocks or something like that. I don't know, or investments. So, and they're all like Trump-based investments, like oil investments, shit like that. Not Trump-based, but you know what I mean? Like things that he knows won't get affected. So
he's got a reason.
Well, he has to have a reason, doesn't he? He has to have a method of security before having a belief system like that.
Yeah. But I've fallen out with people like that, just over stupid things like their president. The thing is, I saw straight through from day one. I always see him, and I always say that he should never have made it past the level of second-hand car salesman. That's what he would be. Of course. He would be quite good at that, selling used cars, and that's all he should have ever been. There's no way he should be running the country. Oh, scratch me out.
Okay.
There's no way he should be running the country.
This will be a long conversation if we get into this now. Trump is a cunt.
I just see him as a criminal, a con man, you name it.
Oh, mafia boss type thing, with a country under his fucking jurisdiction, and he's selling off parts of it and selling it basically to selling off other people's shit and taking the profits for himself. And the other people's shit is America's stuff, and he's putting the profit from that into his bank accounts. That's fucking full on.
I know.
MAGA says, yeah, this is fucking great.
Yeah, it's great for them because they're making billions out of it. It's not so great for everybody else.
It's not even them making billions. What they're doing is they're transferring the national wealth to their family name, which it's not much different than what it was, except that they're the government now rather than the government being the government. And that's the difference. That's the problem. That's a massive problem. And me saying there isn't much difference was a silly thing to word. You know what I mean, though, I think.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, it's just a swapping of the power to a shit power.
Yeah.
But the actual money doesn't matter. It's the branches and methods that the money comes in, because that will supersede any actual wealth change currently.
I also don't understand this kind of cult following of people, as if there's some, I don't know
There's no benefit for them. There is
Almost-
none.
Almost at the level of God, they see these people as being. I don't understand it.
They are God-following mentality people
Hmm. They
for a
are.
reason.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
You can't hoodwink critical thinkers, Andy.
They all need something to believe in, you know. They can't.
Yeah.
They can't.
This
they
is
can't
why
just
us as
normal
critical
life.
thinkers can't convert them as easy as normal, inverted commas, normal people.
Hmm. Oh, well, you're fighting a lost cause. You know, you'll never change their opinions.
It can't be a lost cause. They've got a lot of power.
Yeah.
This is a problem. Even for us, it can't be a lost cause, Andy. And we're freaking getting on the old side and not in their country. We shouldn't have to give a shit.
No, we shouldn't. No. And we wouldn't if everything was going smoothly.
Yep.
I don't think we would. But it's not, and we can see that.
Well, because of the immigration crisis now, they want to compact us into smaller houses. And to do that, they want to apply a tax for spare rooms in my houses to me now.
Yeah, that's what we've had over here. We've had that for years over here, where you have to pay tax on spare rooms.
Fucking hell, how much is that? A lot?
Yeah, we pay council tax here based on the size of your house, and then the number of bedrooms it's got. So if you've got a three-bedroom house and you live there on your own, you have to pay tax on the 2 other bedrooms, even though you don't use them. We call it bedroom tax. Yeah, it's been like that here for a long time, for years. Crazy. Then inheritance tax, capital gains tax, God, you name it. Like when you die and leave that house to your kids, they have to pay tax on it, inheritance tax, and tax on capital gains because the property is increasing in value. That's taxable.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Might have to get back to you on that one, Andy. I'm going to jump over to Trobe's stream like I normally do at this time.
Yeah, no problem.
Beginning.
I'm going to shut down. I've been doing 3 hours now. That's fine. I'll shut down.
Yeah, cool.
I might come over there as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks for coming along, though.
Sounds like he's yelling at someone at the moment. It just butted in over the top of your volume on my speakers. It's like, oh shit, turn everything off. No, you have a good one, Andy. Thank you for having me up. It's brilliant. Always
you're
fun.
Welcome. Yeah, always fun. Yeah. Thank you for coming along.
Bye.
Cheers then. Bye.